We've all seen this pyramid before. At the base, it is income protection. Then above it, income accumulation. Then right atop, income distribution. So this base layer is to really depict what we need to tell customers in terms of priorities. You need to fix the income protection first through life insurance covering death, critical illness, etc, etc. But I have a problem with this, and I don't know if you see it on the ground also or not. Because what happens to a customer when you speak to them? Do you see this alignment in their interest or not? Or do you see this priority list? If they were to come to you and speak about their budgets and stuff, you realize a few things. The first is that if they don't have any form of savings, they are not going to be very interested in talking about income protection. You'll be thinking the reason why. And it's quite simple. Because when they are not saving up money, they are living month to month. Or they don't even have financial stability. When they hear the concept of insurance protection, it becomes fully viewed from an expense perspective. So what exactly is wrong when you speak to a customer in this phase? You realize that what you've been trained is to preach to them that income protection is all the more needed because without it, the equation becomes even worse. Now they are living month to month. If that income even falls off, all hell will break loose. Today, I would like to show you a different way to navigate the customer landscape and to really see who are clients, customers ready to do business with you and allow you to make the necessary change to their benefit. I would like to suggest a major change to this pyramid. Income protection is not the base layer. I repeat again, income protection, which is insurance coverage, is actually not the base layer. The first and foundational piece is actually savings. Without savings, there is no future. Without savings, someone is living month to month. Without savings, there is no bloodline to do future planning. That is, of course, something you may have already known already. Budgeting, correct? Having surplus in terms of your monthly cash flows. But what takes one precedence over savings, in my opinion, has to actually be income accumulation. That means investing this saving is actually the next priority, which also means if you are in the financial advisory business, you have to know about investments. Investments is what gives customer hope that they can grow a future. Investments is what allows them to build up the savings to an even bigger level to hopefully combat inflation. You can use a variety of tools. You can use an endowment plan. You can use an investment portfolio. It really depends on the situation as well as your perspective. But my key point in delivering this message to you is to open up this discussion that income accumulation is the next phase, which takes precedence actually over income protection. Why do we perceive it that way? When you speak to customers, you realize those who are unable to save, they don't have emergency cash, they are living in a poverty phase. They have fears, and their main mental limitation is the inability to think about the future. If you are saving up, you are planning for a future, that's good. But in customers in that situation, they have no ability yet to think about the future. Those clients, unfortunately, may not be ready yet. They need more education, and you should give it free through shared content to reach the masses or encourage them to get onto the right path, to look at things a bit more seriously. But once they have moved past that phase, which is actually not difficult at all, they'll be more open to building up their wealth. They are getting more responsible, and what you want to work with is work with customers who are responsible and willing to take your suggestions to make changes. Therefore, with savings and investments, the machine is running already. They are saving up money, they are building up wealth, they have a future, they have a dream. That's where the conversation very easily comes in to income protection. It should not be the reverse. At this phase, you realize there is something to protect. You realize that the machine is running and you can actually get with a certain projection to a higher level that they desire to. They have surplus cash flows. Insurance does not necessarily mean an expense. Insurance is a necessary thing to acquire into their portfolios because they are responsible. At this phase, I'd like to suggest you to avoid a few things also. Do not say you need to protect this amount of insurance level. Do not say why not protect this income that you're deriving and this future that you have. These are angles of selling. You might hit another wall when you mention things that causes them to be defensive. Instead, at this moment, you may have already reached a good timing with the customer. Now is the time to understand the customer's real perspective. Ask instead this question: how much do you feel you should insure? At this moment, the customer's true intentions or true objections should surface. There could be a few answers. The first is, I don't know. That again is another red flag because the customer is uneducated and could be for a few reasons. The customer could be very young, for example, not heard of that concept yet. Then again, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort on your part to educate. So that's where you look at your practice whether these are customers that fit your profile of customers that you want to work with the most. Most often than not, customers will start to tell you their real objection. I believe it is this because I've heard from my previous advisor that it should be this. I've read that it should be this. However, I did not do it because These are real objections. And once you have the objections surfacing, that is when you can help them understand misconceptions or a different approach to seeing how your concept actually helps them navigate around it. So hopefully I've shared something important for you and improved your own advisory process. And as always, smash the like button and leave your questions in the comment sections below. Check out the summary sections for more details, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.